The 538 Project by Josh Feinberg and Ethan Irfanian. I am Ethan Irfanian, and I will be going over our 538 project, which highlights the article, "The Lakers and Heat Missed the Playoffs, Then They Started Cooking Their Finals Rosters," by Jared Dubin. The article's summary informs NBA fans on the term microwave players and establishes the argument on whether or not rosters with these players put teams in pursuits of championship success. Microwave players, by definition, are players who are added to a team's roster who were not a part of the team the previous year. For example, if I were to join the Lakers, which is highly unlikely, but if I were, and I was not on the team previously, I would be by definition a microwave player. The Lakers and Heat are the first teams ever to face each other in the NBA Finals, after both did not make the playoffs in the previous year. Dubin claims that the microwave players make a large impact on a team's championship success throughout the article. As well, he supports his claim of microwave teams winning more championships with box charts on the relative frequency of microwave players on previous NBA championship teams. The author's conclusions, as said before, was that he was able to conclude that microwave players play a huge role in many teams' championship success. As well, he says that microwave players on both the Lakers and Heat played a huge role in getting them into the NBA Finals, which is very true, as Anthony Davis joined the Los Angeles Lakers in free agency in 2019, and he propelled their team to the #1 record in the West, as well as making the NBA Finals. Microwave players have large impacts on both teams' overall success, respectively. This is true as well because the Jimmy Butler, who joined the Heat, also had a part to do with their success. The author's technique in which he used is relative frequency to determine the percentage of minutes played by microwave players. He used box graphs to display the data used in each point. For example, the one on the left shows the total amount of minutes, 3,385, played in 2015 by the Cavaliers, and the percentage that goes along with it for the amount of microwave players that contributed to those minutes, which is 2,179. As we look in the bar graph to our left, we can see that we have the Heat and Lakers, who are still in the finals currently, but we can see that they have the highest amount of microwave percentage in the past, 6 years? 9 years. So that is substantially great. As well, we take on our own credibility of the author, and I would say that this article was extremely inconclusive. In my opinion, it does not account for the injuries to LeBron James in the 2019 season, in which they did not make the playoffs. This is a very, very important thing to look at, since LeBron James has been highly regarded as one of the greatest players in the NBA, if not the greatest. And this would obviously have something to do with the Lakers' success, given that if he was injured for a majority of the season, they would not be winning as many games. As well, the Heat stars currently Bam Adebayo and Goran Dragic are injured during the finals, and the Heat during this recording are down 0-2 in the finals. This would be a very, very valuable thing to the Heat, or actually adversity when you look at it, because they're losing 2 of their players, and it is not even regarded in the graphs in the microwave percentages because injuries are not included. The article also does not account for the ascension of stars like Bam Adebayo and Stephen Curry. If we look back to one of the graphs to our left over here, we can see that the Warriors won in 2015, and that you can look at their microwave percentage was 39.3%, but this is not why they won. It was not because of their microwave minutes. It was because their all-star star, Stephen Curry, won MVP that year, and that's why they actually won that NBA championship, because players of their young core were ascending and becoming better. As well, the article provides an outlier in the first chart with the 2014 San Antonio Spurs, who have kept their roster roughly the same and still experience playoff success. If we look over here, the Spurs had 4.9% of the microwave percentage in 2014, and they still won the NBA championship. So this is a flaw in his writing, as Dubin is not really presenting the coaching aspect, as that can also affect the records of NBA teams. So overall, if we look at it from this aspect, this is a very incredible article, and it is not conclusive evidence, as it does not account for many other factors that can go to a team's success. So if I were to say that this article is a reasonable article, I would not actually go along with that, because this article tends to have many flaws within it. Thank you for listening, and I hope you enjoyed.